Hey guys, before we begin the video, the only place that I've found that Qiwi is sold is here at TMC by the Modern Chemist. They're at 181 East Houston Street. There's a lot of demand for this, so these things sell out quick. If you want to give them a call, it's 917-472-7450. But yeah, I just wanted to see if we could get the only place in New York City that has them right now. Now you know. All right, let's start the video. Hey guys, this is Matt for Creative. So we're here with another video on Qiwi. At the end of the video, I do have a 10% off code for you guys, so I hope I don't forget about it. Just remind me before we finish this. But today we're talking about Qiwi versus the field, and I'm going to be combining Qiwi's CBG with the rest's CBD. Because the previous products that I've been trying for years have all been CBD. Now CBG is new to me, but in the way that I've been using it here with Qiwi, it seems to be in the same vein as CBD, but this one seems to be balancing and as potent as the others I've tried at a much reduced price. Now you can find these anywhere from $25 to $28. I live in New York City, so it seems the only way you can get it is either going to be online, and again, we got that code for later on, and then you can find it in store. Right now, the store I mentioned beforehand. So, of course, we start with the Qiwi. The Qiwi, this is what you know and love. Well, maybe you haven't even tried it yet, because it's just so out of stock. And let's take a look at this. Again, you get 20 inside here, and this is one of their cigarettes. What I like about this is it is extremely packed, and it's kind of unique because it has that hollow filter here, and I thought, okay, there would be some of the herbs falling through here, the CBG, but it never does. At least for me, even as hard as I pull, and I do have to pull hard because it is packed, nothing ever goes in your mouth, because sometimes I've had that happen with some of the variants that I've tried with anything other than a very tightly packed filter. So this would be what you're kind of going against. This is Qiwi. This is what I've tried most recently, and I think I've tried it now for maybe 2 to 3 weeks, and it's been something that I can recommend to others. I mean, obviously I've been making videos about it. After this is going to be the one we just made the video on. This one is called Dadgrass. This one has an indeterminate amount of CBD in each, and for this one, this goes for, how much is this one again? $35, or, because I think $70 for 10 of these. And inside here you get 5. I've already used one in the other video, so I believe this goes for $35. This one, very expensive, and for me, like some of the others, it does burn my throat. I do get this kind of, now again, I'm not an experienced smoker. This is something that I do rarely. Whenever I use CBD, and maybe now CBG, I usually use it in a tincture, or a dropper. You know, the little oil that you would go drop it underneath your tongue, you let it sit there for like 30 seconds. That's the way that I usually do it. There's no smell, that you can mix it with drinks and all that, and for me, it's what I usually take. Now this, again, these products are very interesting to me because they're very popular right now. But it's a good way to take it too. If you are okay with a smokable product, then these could be here for you. And it's getting warmer outside, where you could go outside and actually enjoy a cigarette smokable. For me, it just never crossed my mind about having a cigarette or a smokable when it's cold outside. It's not something I would ever go outside for, just me personally. All right, so let's go through some of the other variants that we have. This is a well-known NYC company. This is Hemp NYC, and this is a full joint, and I believe this one went for, I think, under $15. Now this is a larger size joint. You can see that it is literally just kind of rolled up. Let's see if you can see the side. It's pretty big. In comparison with Qiwi, it is much bigger. In comparison with Dadgrass, it is much bigger, but the same kind of, like, you know, has that kind of marijuana or, you know, kind of rolled up look. I mean, if you smoke this outside, people will not be like, oh, is he smoking a cigarette? No, they're going to be like, is he smoking a joint? And that's just the look of it. Now, for Hemp NYC, I found this to be good. It doesn't really give me that throat burn that Dadgrass did, or at least I don't remember it doing. And the good thing about this is they have different variants like Mood Lifter. I know that there are, when you talk about marijuana, there are things like, what is it? Things that make you sleepy, things that can kind of energize you. I forget what the terminology is. Again, I'm not very into this. But for me, I always go for the mood lifters. I don't want to go for something that'll put me kind of like to sleep and just make me less functional. I'm not into that. So this one is something that I would use, the mood lifter. And what does it have? It has 20.5% CBD. And does it actually have the milligrams? I got this one wet, and unfortunately it doesn't show the milligrams on here, but I do remember this being potent. And again, this is something, again, you can find, I said again twice, you can find this in New York City where I live. This is why I'm going into these things. We're going to kind of reverse and take a look at this other product from Dadgrass. This is one of the larger ones comparable to the one we just looked at. Now, I've not seen this ever before. Oh, it's two kind of joints. Now this one's not sealed, so we can actually open this up and take a look. This is pretty. I like anything in glass. This is kind of just like a pretty look. And that's this here. That would be larger. Yeah, it is going to be a little bit, I think they said like 20 or 50% larger than this, and it just kind of works out. Oh, my cat is getting close to the lights and I'm getting nervous. Don't knock down the lights. Anyway, as we continue here, we again have like large, and you can see it always has that kind of like pre-rolled, you know, with the brown paper. It's Qiwi, that's a very different one, but it's not the only kind of white cigarette looking one. This is another one that Hemp NYC had. Oh, you're covering up the... Hey, Ninja, come down. Thank you. This is another product that I found at Hemp NYC. It's not their branding, but they have, what is this, Vance Global. This is an all-natural blend of organic hemp flower and organic herbs, a 10-pack, and there are 100 milligrams of CBD per Vance. I remember they have two variations of this. They have this one, and they have one that's mixed with lavender. I did not like the flavoring of that one, and for this, I don't know why I thought that this would also have that kind of white shell. This also has that brown paper, and you can already see the hemp or the CBD is kind of like at the very tip of this, and it is almost coming out. You can actually see that right there. Or maybe you can't. And yeah, it has this kind of black filter, but it's a more traditional filter, not a hollow filter. And flavor-wise, it's okay. Like Qiwi, I would say, has a much lighter scent and overall flavor than many other things have, which is why it's something that I can kind of fall into. It just kind of works for me. I'm not about smelling like heavily like smoke or like marijuana or CBD. I kind of want to keep that to a minimum. And while this is, again, this is in no way a zero smell product, it's a lot lower than the rest of these here. All right, another one that used to be a physical store. I'm not sure if they still are. They may have gone out of business. This one is going to be Hemp Garden. This is, again, a pre-roll, and this one smells. You can see this here. It's like a nice, let me see if we can get that here. Yeah, it's in the same vein as the Hemp NYC, but this comes in a nice pretty glass with a cork. This one just comes in a little cheap plastic. When I was first getting into CBD, smokables, this is literally the first thing I had, and I was like, this is not bad, but as I remember, this one for $16. So you kind of have to smoke all of it at once, and it's just like too much, and then you have to kind of cut it off, and then you have to put it inside here. With this, let's see, $16, $25 to $28, and this one here comes with 20 inside here. It gives you the little thing that just You don't have to finish it all at once and blow all your money in one. I'd say, again, this like changes the way that I view CBD and CBG, just because it's like little portables. What is it? If this was $25, there's 20 inside each. Is that $1.25 per? Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly doable. Another company that I was looking into, this one is called Calm Wellness Cbd. This one, they call them the dog walkers because they are a smaller version of the joints that we looked at before. How do we open this? Oh, we pinch it here. So these are like little ones, but, oh, it comes with like matches. That's kind of cool. That's Calm. You can smell this one here. But if you take a look at the dog walkers, they don't use the brown paper, but again, you can kind of tell that they are not cigarettes, if you kind of want to see that emulation, but they are small. They are much smaller, but I mean, that's cute, right? That is cute, that's functional. I think that's a good looking product, but again, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inside this with a pack of matches. I do not remember what the pricing would be for this, but that's big. That's something that may not fit in everyone's pocket. It is a good idea though. You get 7 of these, premium hemp. This does not say how many are inside this here. And then finally, the last comparison product we have is a 1 gram joint of premium hemp, also from Calm. We can take a look at this here, and as the other ones come in glass, this one comes in metal. It has a child-proof lock, so maybe it doesn't smell. And let's open this one up here. You can see this is just a larger version of what we were looking at earlier. It's beautiful. Like, this one is perfectly tapered, perfectly twisted, has a nice white filter there, and it does the trick. Now, you may think, okay, they're maybe paying me, they're doing it. No, this is in no way been paid for. This is not an advertisement. This is something that I find interesting. I know I've made a lot of videos about this pretty recently, but it's something that's caught fire on Instagram in New York City, and whenever I see something that I literally have in my hand that I can share with you guys, I definitely want to do that. So for me, Qiwi is going to be the one that, if I continue to use a smokable, I'm going to use this, just because, I mean, for the price, you can't beat it. What, 111 milligrams? It shows you what's in each cigarette. I remember, and I think they still do this with some of the oils, that they will put what's the milligrams of CBD for the entire bottle or the entire package, and that kind of gets at me. You're not smoking the entire package. You want to know exactly how much dosage it is per cigarette, and this one's pretty clear that it is 111 milligrams per cigarette. You know the dosage. You know that maybe, okay, I only want to do half a cigarette today to get my 50 milligrams or something less. That's why I'm not a big fan of the dadgrass. Again, it has that kind of burning sensation for me in my throat. That's just me, not an experienced smoker. But again, I don't know how much CBD, how many milligrams of CBD are in each of these. It's also much more expensive than the Qiwi for, I would say, comparable or less effect, where again, points to Qiwi. Now for the other ones of these, I've had kind of success. This one is the closest that I got to kind of sticking with a smokable, this kind of small package. It is smaller than Qiwi, and it is 10 of these little things inside here, so it can even fit in a smaller pants pocket. But I remember these being about 20, and you get half the amount. But if you live in New York City and Hemp NYC is around you, this could be an option for you. I just know that this, again, is a blend of organic hemp flower and organic herbs. I would stay away from the lavender one, just not the one for me personally. And then for Calm, I don't know much about this. It's just not something that I'm too familiar with. I like the idea of the small ones, but the box is gigantic for 7. And this one, I'm just not going for large form factor CBD or CBG or anything like that. And then finally, we have this, which I did like, again, not going for this form factor, and this, which it doesn't seem like a good value. It's smaller. I think this one is less expensive than this one's $16 price. And again, I don't even know if Hemp Garden is in business in New York City anymore. But yeah, we've taken a look at a lot of CBD and CBG products here. This is the time for the code. The code, if you want to get 10% off on getqiwi.com, which is Qiwi's website, that's going to be creative10 for 10% off. That way you can give things a try. I don't get a kickback or anything. I just was like, guys, I made a good video for the first time. Would you be interested in giving me a code that I could give to you guys? And they said yes. So again, it's creative10. You get 10% off your purchase, and you guys are all good. But thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section below. Don't forget I'm on Instagram at m8b9. You can email me at matt8b9@gmail.com. If you're savvy enough, you're going to see the discount code in the description here. But, you know, trying to get you guys to watch the full video. Can't blame me, can you? But again, thank you so much for watching, guys. Any questions, I'll put it everywhere down there below, and I will help you out. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.